Hello and welcome to Critical Thinking. This is the welcoming video. So in this video, I'm mostly going to be talking about what we're going to be doing in this course, what you're going to be reading, what kind of exercises you're going to do, what the tests are like. But first, I want to talk about the topic of the course itself, critical thinking. Because a lot of people have a lot of different ideas about what this course is. And what the topic of critical thinking is. The interesting thing is that everyone sort of agrees that whatever critical thinking is about, it's really important. So all sorts of stakeholder groups involved with higher education will say in surveys and interviews that critical thinking should be one of the highest priorities for a college education. Faculty, 99.1% of teachers surveyed said that developing critical thinking was essential or very important for undergraduates. And the citation data for that survey is on the slide. And you can download these PowerPoint slides, both to study with and for further information. So faculty overwhelmingly say critical thinking is essential or very important for a college education. Employers, 81% say critical thinking and analytical reasoning skills are very important for them when making hiring decisions. 81 isn't quite 91, but it's still a lot, right? And they've changed the wording here. Now it's critical thinking and analytical reasoning skills, but it's still the same basic idea. Administrators, 99% of colleges list critical thinking and analytical reasoning skills as an intended learning outcome for undergraduates. So this is pretty impressive. Whatever it is that we're going to be studying here, everyone thinks it's really important. So actually, one of the first things I want you to do is tell me what you think it is you've signed up for. And so the first assignment is in the discussion forum, and I'm just going to ask you to introduce yourself and then say what you think critical thinking is. So when you are done with this video, go to modules and then go to, wait for this to load, exercise 1, and you'll see the discussion forum. It takes a long time to load. So it actually has 3 questions in it, and I want you to go back and forth with this. So once you're done with this video, go to the forum and introduce yourself, and then just answer the question, what is critical thinking? That is, what did you think you were signing up for when you took this course? Once you've posted, you'll be able to see other people's posts. Before you start doing that, actually, I'm going to want you to go on to video 2, where I talk about other people's definitions of critical thinking. Then come back to the forum and answer the 2 remaining questions. Compare your answers to other people's answers, the answers in the PowerPoint, and then I want you to talk about what sort of character traits you need to be a critical thinker. But all of that is for after we finish this video, where we're just going over the mechanics of the course. If you have a disability and need an accommodation, you are legally entitled to one. To arrange it, you should contact the Office of Accessibility Services. You should also talk to me early in the term. The contact information for Accessibility Services is on the screen. In general, the school has a wide variety of resources to help people get through the semester. This includes both academic resources and social support, including things like food and income assistance, utility assistance programs, childcare services, mental health, addiction, and personal counseling services, transportation. They'll even give you gift cards for gas money if you have trouble getting to school. and housing assistance. There are legal services and services for victims of sexual assault and domestic violence. I know in this pandemic era, a lot of people are finding they need help who didn't think they would ever need that kind of help. But the good news is help is available. This is all handled through the Advocacy and Resource Center, or ARC. You can reach them at arc@lorainccc.edu, or you can call them 440-366-4ARC. All right, schedule for the course. The material in the course is broken up into 15 weeks, and material for each week is due at the end of that week. I've got a no-fault lateness policy. That is, you don't need any reason to get an extension or to turn in anything late. A big part of your grade are 5 tests, and each of these tests can be retaken once. There's no final exam. So they're just going to be 5 tests and then some homework assignments. We'll talk about that in a second. So the schedule is broken up into weeks, and then those weeks are grouped into 5 units. So weeks 1 to 3, we're going to be covering the basics of argument, just laying down the most fundamental ideas for the course. Unit 2 is weeks 4 through 6. We'll be talking about these diagrams, arrow diagrams, which I find very useful for representing argument. Week 3, argument and emotion, or Unit 3, which is weeks 7 through 9, argument and emotion. Unit 4, arguing with sources. Unit 5, arguing with analogies. So there's some work due at the end of each week, and then tests come at the end of each 3-week unit. And during weeks 1 and 2, we will also be watching the movie 12 Angry Men and analyzing arguments in that. And that's what. So for week 1, you can just go watch it. And then we'll be studying, though, just the first scene, which as I've broken it up, is like 12 minutes. And then we'll be going through the rest of the movie very slowly, hitting all the arguments in it, and talking about characters and movie stuff. As for weeks, for the first 6 weeks. All right, more detail on the no-fault lateness policy. Material for each week is due at 11:59 on Sunday. All you have to do to excuse work late is send me an email saying something like, "Hi, I know assignment X is late. I haven't forgot about it. I plan to do it in Y days." If you don't send that email, your assignment gets a 0 until you send that email. So all I just need is for you to continue to touch base, register with the course, let me know that you're still alive. And that should be enough to keep us focused. So I'm going to be having regular virtual office hours using WebEx. The WebEx address is on this slide, and my office hours will be 12 noon to 1 on weekdays. And you can also schedule any additional sessions you want by appointment. Okay, the textbook for the course is available right here on the front page of the course. You can just click to download the full textbook. It's a PDF file. And so actually it's taking me to this screen, but you can click, if you click here, you can download it to your own computer, which is, I find it's the most convenient way to read it. We can pop this up here. Right. So Open Introduction to Critical Thinking. This is a project that I've been working on with some colleagues because textbooks are too expensive. I mean, they're just ridiculous, right? The textbook that I am endeavoring to replace is $199. And all of this is, the knowledge in it is stuff that every college professor who teaches this class knows. It's not so rare that it should cost that much. So in any case, I've given you some excerpts from this critical thinking and logic textbook that people are putting together. And there are exercises in it at the end of each section. So here, let's go back there. You can see the practice exercises. And when I assign practice exercises, I'm not going to be assigning everyone that's in the book. I'm going to be posting a separate file that has the exercises I want in it. Yeah, so you can download those. Here, in fact, I can show you an example. So if we go to modules, you can see it's broken up into the 15 weeks, right? Each week has its own little thing here. The dates for the week are given up there. And we start reading the textbook in week 2. So you can download the chapter that we're reading there, and then when you go to the problem set here, it will, it didn't look like this normally. Oh, here it is. You just download there, right? And it, what you get is a PDF file with the questions. There's some space in it if you want to type directly. When I use these in a physical class, I print them out and students will be able to write in that space. If you're using a PDF, you can change it to a Word file or something you can edit and write your answers in there. Or you can just print it out, copy, write on it, or you can, well, the whole, I accept all sorts of things. You can take a picture of your handwritten answers. That's fine. Okay. So as I said before, there are 2 components to your grade. There are the exercises and the tests. And the exercises are 40% and the tests are 60%. So the exercises are just there to help you digest the material. Some of them are problems from the textbook. Also, while we are watching the movie 12 Angry Men, I'm going to have some discussion forums about the movie. And so that is, those are all just graded on completion. If you make a good faith effort to finish the work, you get 100 points, because that's, and then the sum of all those, the average of all those 100 points and the zeros you get for the homework you don't turn in, becomes the exercise component of your grade. The tests are going to be multiple choice and short answer. They're going to be like the problems that are on the homework. So there are going to be some that are like the problems on the homework. There'll be others that are multiple choice and short answer. The tests are open book and open note, so I recommend that you keep organized notes. Also, the tests are randomly generated from a database, of questions on related questions. So everyone's going to get a different test, and I can actually let you retake a test. So you can retake each test once, and the odds are you will get all different questions or mostly different questions. All right. So next steps. Download the review sheet for Unit 1. Introduce yourself in the discussion forum and say what you think critical thinking is. You can watch the first video on defining critical thinking and start watching 12 Angry Men. And there's another forum, exercise/discussion forum for that. So you must do something in the first 14 days of this class that shows up on the class. And the easiest thing to do is just, say hi in the introductory forum. And if you don't do anything in 14 days, you're dropped automatically from the course. But hopefully you will get everything in for the first week by Sunday. Okay, great. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm having a lot of fun bringing in 12 Angry Men, and I hope you'll enjoy it, and I think that you will get a lot out of this course. So I look forward to working with you this semester.